Hey, what is up everybody, it is Online here, welcome back to another video, and I actually got the video idea from my E3 video that you guys saw last week. Now, I know it's been a week, and I'm sorry about that, I've been busy this week, and just the week prior, and just this weekend in general, but, you know, here's a new video, and I think this is a pretty cool video. So talking about the 5 games I want to see that were not announced at E3 2017, you know, it got me thinking that, you know, a lot of the games I do want to see are games that have already been announced. And when thinking about those games and what I want to actually see from them, the main thing came to me, and that was the release date. So a lot of upcoming Sony exclusives don't have release dates, and a lot of these games I'm excited for. So I figured, you know, let's make some predictions on when these games are actually going to hit. And, you know, when E3 2017 rolls around, we could check my list. And, you know, maybe you guys can also put a list in the comments down below. That'd be pretty fun. And I figured, you know, maybe in a year or two, or maybe even this E3, we'll check back, see how we did, and ultimately just have some fun with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And yeah, I guess let's start with the most interesting topic, and the reason I actually got the idea besides the E3 video was Spider-Man, because Spider-Man has been a very controversial topic when you're talking about the release date. A lot of people are expecting this game already this summer, which is crazy because they think it's going to hit with the movie, and a lot of other fans think it's going to hit with the Blu-ray release. You know, that's been the latest rumor because of like the whole Marvel CEO or the Marvel editor or something like that. I think he said that it was going to come in 2017. Insomniac Games have, you know, declined, and they said they haven't set a release date yet. And the reason I think this game is far out is because, well, you know, it has a working title. We've only really seen a trailer. If you think of the things we saw at E3 last year, you know, a lot of games that have gameplay like, you know, God of War, maybe even Days Gone, I think will possibly beat Spider-Man. Now, Days Gone is a tricky one because I do think that game is in early development, kind of-ish. But, you know, going back to Spider-Man, if I had to put my nail on it and put a final prediction, I'm going to go pretty bold considering these latest rumors, and I'm going to say that in the summertime, you know, kind of like the June, July, May period, I think Sony will release, you know, alongside Marvel, and they're going to release Spider-Man PS4, you know, obviously that's not going to be the full name. We're going to get a reveal, you know, a full name. I'm expecting to see a full name and maybe like a release year or a release date, you know, possibly this E3, but I definitely don't see this game coming out this year, you know, besides the latest rumors. I mean, that's possible, but, you know, I've always had a gut feeling that Spider-Man was not going to make this year, and just because of some rumors, I'm not going to change that until we get, you know, fully 100% confirmation. So, you know, that's what I think about Spider-Man. So going along, let's talk about God of War, because God of War is definitely one that's been, you know, kind of like in the rumors about possibly making 2017 as well, because of, you know, the whole actor that plays Kratos has it on his bio, you know, his little, you know, biography, or his bio in Twitter, I guess you could say. And, well, God of War is the game I think will hit the soonest out of all these exclusives, maybe besides one. And that is pretty exciting because God of War might be my favorite exclusive that I'm actually excited for, just because, you know, I'm really excited to see Sony send them out because, you know, new IP, oh, you know, after what they came up with their new IP and why they scrapped it, you know, went with Kratos instead, and see what they do to him, make it a lot more story-oriented, and seeing the relationship with the son. You know, I think development's going pretty well based on what, you know, the people have been tweeting about. I'm not sure who the guy that has been tweeting, you know, the game's almost complete. I'm not sure who he is or what he is. I know he works on the game. I should probably check that and maybe put a picture here, but, you know, he's been saying development's going good, or at least it seems like it, because he said the game is completely playable from start to finish. Of course, that doesn't mean, you know, it's going to be ready within a month or anything like that, because there definitely is, you know, a big period where they probably have a ton of bugs, a ton of texture issues, and just a bunch of issues on the PS4 to get a hold with, and maybe don't even have the full game, just, you know, maybe you could just possibly make it to the end, but, you know, the full game's not really there. And I think the development is going pretty well. I think this game's, you know, pretty alongside, you know, this is the game that I think if it did get a 2017 release date, I wouldn't be surprised. And, well, you know, going off of what I said, I don't think it will make 2017 because I think Sony doesn't want to release an exclusive. There's no reason to, you know, if history has anything to say about it, and this year even seems to be more chaotic. You know, I think it will release in the first half of 2018, possibly, probably in that March area, you know, the March, April, maybe even February, but I think it will come out, you know, pretty soon after the new year ends and, you know, 2018 rolls around, and I think that'll probably be like one of the first exclusives that the PS4 has, and that's very exciting indeed. So going off, another one that's probably going to be close with PlayStation's, you know, God of War, and this is also another one I'm really excited about, and that's Detroit Become Human, because, you know, Heavy Rain was awesome, and they did a little mishap, you know, with Beyond Two Souls, or Beyond Two Souls, I believe it was called. Never played Beyond Two Souls. I had played Heavy Rain. That game's phenomenal, just based on all the endings. I don't want to go into it here, but that's definitely, like, if you want a story-oriented game, this is pretty much what Telltale has been doing. You know, I think they did it before Telltale got really big with all this stuff, and, you know, it's a really big, you know, graphical, cinematic thing, and, you know, while the gameplay isn't the best, it definitely gives you more gameplay opportunities than Telltale does, and ultimately is like a way more complete game than what Telltale has been able to offer, and is definitely a pretty big package of a game, and they're definitely something not to skip out on. I think a lot of you have seen Detroit Become Human. I don't really need to, push all this hype towards the game or anything like that, but I do think this game is well underway, and, there even was talk last year that it was going to possibly be at E3 2016 and be announced for 2016. If Sony was to include an exclusive in this year, I definitely think Detroit Become Human would definitely be a viable option, possibly be in October or anything like that. That's like the game I think would make later this year, if it could. So I'm going to play it a little bit safe, but, I think it's going to be the end of this year or even the first 2 months of next year. I really do think this game is imminent, and I do think it's going to be here by February 2018th. And, well, that's, awesome, and I can't wait to see it. The last trailer looked like, almost like, a gameplay trailer, and it showed off, like, a bunch of different endings. The game seems like it's going well. I think the game is going, well in development. Of course, you can never tell, but I think the game is, going to be definitely soon here, and I'm definitely looking forward to playing it, and it's going to be awesome. So, definitely within the October to February range, it would definitely be awesome for October. And, I think it's possible that it could have an October release date, because it isn't that big. I could definitely see it being alongside, the Lost Legacy in terms of that aspect, and, just releasing alongside it. So, yeah, that's what I think about Detroit Become Human. So I mentioned this previously, and let's go into Lost Legacy. So Lost Legacy, obviously, based on that tweet that we got from Josh, we know that it's going to be wrapped up and finished, in about 5 months or so from now, and obviously that brings you into, like, the September time frame. Now, obviously, they need to manufacture the games, so I think that's going to take another month, and, well, this just makes the most obvious choice for me. I don't know why, but I just do have a gut feeling that's going to come out in maybe early October or something like that. If I had to put my money on it, I definitely think October would be when they release the game. And, well, the DLC expansion, it's pretty much like a, a standalone thing, but I don't want to talk about this too much, because this is, kind of like a, not that big of a deal, because, this is not, like, years off, but this is this year, and I definitely think that Lost Legacy will come out in October, and I don't know why I feel like I'm so confident in saying that, but I just am, and I just gonna leave it with that. Lost Legacy, I'm expecting an October release date. So, sticking with Naughty Dog, I guess we'll talk about The Last of Us Part 2. Last of Us Part 2, we have already seen the interviews from Game Informer. The president, has stated that he just got, like, the kind of like the story pitch from Neil not too long ago. So this game is in very early development, just how Sean Layden said at PSX. I'm not expecting this game for maybe about 2 years or so, and I just pretty much came up with that maybe a May 2019 release date. That's pretty much what I'm going with. I don't think this game is anywhere near going to go in 2018. That's definitely not. This could actually come out at the end of 2019, just based on what the president has been saying, but I do think, with the game engine already being made and everything, I do think it'll be a faster, process, and I'm expecting kind of like that I could see it being announced in March and just getting delayed up until May, but at the end of the day, I'm going to put my money on May. I don't know why. It's just kind of like a Lost Legacy thing, and I feel like I know that, and I don't know why, but I just, have a gut feeling, so I'm going to stick with that. And, obviously, it could be like a couple months shorter after, but I think it's going to be generally around the May season, or the May, late spring, early, summer time frame, and just like the original Last of Us and Uncharted 4 did. That's what I think Naughty Dog will hit, and makes the most sense. So, let's talk about Dreams, because Dreams is definitely one of those games that a lot of people aren't really looking forward to, and there is kind of like that niche crowd that love Little Planet. I like the Little Planet. Am I looking forward to Dreams necessarily? Not necessarily, but, it is a game, it's Media Molecule, they're going to hit it out of the park if they do anything close to what, they did with Little Planet, but then again, they did make Tearaway, so there is a little bit of a thing there, but, Dreams has definitely been a thing that's been, a thing for years now and hasn't really had any spotlight, anything concrete about the game. It seems like it's a working project, open, kind of thing. Seems like its own thing. Again, I could definitely see this coming out this holiday season just because I feel like, Sony doesn't want to have Media Molecule just working on this thing for years and years and years. And I feel like they want to have something from Dreams, make money off of it somehow or just get something out with it. Again, this is probably the hardest on this list. This is definitely probably the hardest on this list, to pinpoint a time frame. But, it definitely is really hard to do so. And if I had to predict and just put my money on it anywhere, this is like a year gap. I don't know. I have a little thing where it could be like it possibly can come around like to December 2017, but I could also see this being like a fall 2018 thing if it goes bad. I don't know how Media Molecule is doing. I don't know how this game is going, but YOLO, we're just going for December 2018, okay? December 2017, if you heard that here, we're just gonna YOLO it, and that's my prediction. I don't know why, but that's just my prediction, okay? Yeah, that's probably really stupid. I'm gonna regret that. Anyways, let's go to Death Stranding. And this is the final of the two. I don't know what I'm gonna be ending on Days Gone, but let's just go to Death Stranding. And, well, Death Stranding is a game that's far away. I definitely think that is far away. I'm just going to say it. I think it's going to come out in the end of 2019, and that, I don't know why. I think, you know, they have already a good foundation with the system engine. They're probably already up and running. This game could be more sooner than I think. But, yeah, it's pretty stupid, but I'm just putting my money on this, like, the fall 2019. That's probably too far away, but I definitely think it is a possibility. And I don't know, it's just kind of like one of those, you know, gut things. I feel like that game's coming then. There's not really anything based upon that, because there's nothing you can really base upon that release date based on what they have shown us. But just being the, you know, the general time frame of Kojima Productions, that's just what I'm going to put my money towards. And I think that's a safe bet. So let's end off with Days Gone. Why not? It is a game I'm really looking forward to, because I am kind of in that zombie genre. I really liked Uncharted Golden Abyss, and I'm looking forward to seeing what Sony Ben does with this game. I really have high hopes for it, you know, and just optimistic on it. It's an open world Sony exclusive, so that's pretty cool. Not much we can get with that, you know, besides Horizon, so that's really neat. And, well, this is definitely a game that I could see coming out at the fall of 2018. You know, I was thinking maybe this year, but, you know, because that's what they're kind of aiming for. I think Colin talked with them past E3. But, you know, just looking past at it and just seeing how, like, these games are going to crumble down the timelines, I just think God of War is more ready. I think it's going to hit that March 2018. They don't want to put it right next to it. I think it's probably going to be maybe in August of 2018 to, like, an October, November, you know, kind of time frame. I think they might release it a little bit earlier before fall season, just because that's when all the crazy games come out. But definitely in that general time frame, anywhere after, you know, August is play game for, you know, Sony. And I think they'll release Days Gone then. Obviously, probably not December. And, yeah, anywhere from between August and November, I think is pretty safe. And that's pretty exciting. So yeah, I guess that's everything. I guess that's all the release dates that I have. I don't think there are any more Sony exclusives, and I'll feel really bad if I missed one. You know, obviously big ones, you know, I'm not going to count Persona 5 or anything, or, you know, it has a release date, but that's just an example. You know, I'm not going to count those little niche titles. But, yeah, I guess that's what my gut feeling is. You know, I guess I could do Sucker Punch as well. YOLO, we're doing Sucker Punch, okay? So, Sucker Punch. Let's do it off the head. Early 2019. I don't know, T-Dex just recently tweeted that it's going to be, you know, kind of like a short teaser at E3, which kind of worries me. But, I don't know, I think they might be going through some development, you know, issues. I don't know, I just have a safe bet with 2019, you know. Horizon got released at E3 2015, came out early 2017. I'm going to say the same with Sucker Punch, which would make it like, what, like 5 years since, I don't know, that's crazy. Especially since they already have their engine. That's stupid, but, you know, we're just going to go with that. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I've been Online. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave down your list in the comments down below. Did you like this? Maybe I'll make an updated one in the future. But I figured we'd have some fun today. And yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video once again. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.